All right now we are just moving on to live updates that we are getting from Kanpur. This is the first video playing out on the channel of the raids that are still being conducted there. And there has been a response also. I beg your pardon. There has been a response also that is coming from Kannauj, I believe, from the Income Tax Department, along with the DGGI, raiding the premises owned by the perfume trader Piyush Jain in UP's Kanpur and also in Kannauj. Now, there has been a political face-off that seems to be happening between the BJP and the Samajwadi Party, and the cash stash scandal that seems to be happening, where the trader, the businessman who has now been sent to 14-day GST remand after raids that were conducted at his residence, led to a recovery of a huge amount of cash, crossing the 250 crore figure. And those are boxes after boxes that are now coming out of the Kannauj residence, we are told. The first video of the raid that we are playing out here on the channel exclusively. And you can see the crowd that has gathered right outside the residence there in Kannauj right after these raids and these searches that went on for several days. And the counting procedure, those pictures that went viral really. But the Income Tax Department, along with the DGGI, raiding the premises owned by Piyush Jain in UP's Kanpur and also in Kannauj. And there has been cash tunnels that have been discovered by the agencies and the personnel that have recovered a huge amount of cash, and also gold jewelry, gold bars that have been recovered, silver that has been recovered, sandalwood oil that runs to several crores, that too that has been recovered, amounting to a total recovery of more than 250 crore. Let me straight away go across to Sumi now. Sumi, live from Kannauj, we are getting those pictures there of the search operations of the raids that seems to be happening, and boxes after boxes are being lined out of that residence in Kannauj.
Yes, absolutely. The DGGI, the Directorate General of the GST Intelligence, they have been conducting raids at several premises and several properties of Piyush Jain, the perfume industrialist. And in fact, one of the factories at Kannauj has been raided, and it is the 5th day of the raids that have been going on. Rupees 177 crore have already been recovered from his residence here in Kanpur, and 17 crore in cash has been recovered by the DGGI and the other investigating agencies. And now we're witnessing the live visuals of the cash, of the recovery being taken. And in fact, the counting was going on using 19 of the counting machines. In fact, that is how much resources the investigating agencies had to put in place in order to count the cash that have been recovered in huge numbers. And this is the biggest ever raid that has happened, and it has been quoted as the biggest ever raid by the CBIC as well. And in fact, apart from that, 600 kgs of sandalwood oil, apart from that, 25 kgs of gold and 250 kgs of silver, all of this have been recovered along with all other recoveries. And certainly this is a huge raid that has been conducted by the DGGI Ahmedabad unit after they received the tip-off. And in fact, he doesn't have properties in Kanpur, just in Kanpur, but also his businesses extends to abroad, and it extends to Mumbai as well as in Kannauj. And right now what we're witnessing on the screen is the live visual of the cash, of the recovery being taken from the investigating agencies. And in fact, the counting was going on by the SBI officials, and he owns as many as 40 companies. And Piyush Jain has been considered, is considered very close to the Samajwadi Party. He has his links in the Samajwadi Party, and we just now heard the Samajwadi Party Supremo Akhilesh Yadav distancing himself from the entire raids, and he said that he's not someone who's linked with Samajwadi Party. He doesn't have any connection. But we cannot forget that one incident in November when Piyush Jain, who is the perfume industrialist and also the promoter of Kannauj Industries, he in fact inaugurated one of the programs where he introduced Samajwadi Party Attar. He introduced the Samajwadi Party perfume. And that one thing Akhilesh Yadav needs to answer, because he completely denies and refuses any connection with Samajwadi Party. But then these instances certainly speaks a different picture and brings out a different picture altogether. So all these recoveries have been made in Kannauj. An underground tunnel has also been recovered by the investigating agencies, and a storage room in which all of these raw materials had been kept. And all of this is completely unaccounted for. And in fact, there have been more than 200 fake invoices, and all of the transportation that was being done with the help of other transporters as well. In fact, Ganpati Road Carriers, that's why the raid happened first, along with the Pan Masala promoters, and these two places were raided by the investigating agencies first, and after that they got a special tip-off about Piyush Jain and how he was evading the GST. And in fact, if we talk about the cash that has been recovered, 177 from his residence in Kanpur and 17 crore from the factory in Kannauj. More and more recovery will certainly take place, but for now, yesterday he was presented before the Kanpur court before he was given a 14-day judicial custody. He will also be taken to Ahmedabad for further probe.
Absolutely, because those visuals there had shocked and surprised everyone, Sumi, because of cash tunnels there, cash coming out of the walls there. And such kind of raids that still continue, more than 250 crores in cash that has been recovered from the agencies. We'll come back to you, Sumi, just crossing